Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Sharet, Malachei Elyon, Imeret Malachei Amalachim, Kadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Sharet, Malachei Elyon, Imeret Malachei Amalachim, Kadosh Baruch Hu. Oh, Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Sharet, Malachei Elyon, Malachei Amlachim, Kadosh Baruch Hu. Bohem Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malachei Amlachim, Kadosh Baruch Hu. Bohem Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malachei Amlachim, Kadosh Baruch Hu. Bohem Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Yana la la, 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 yana la la. Oh, Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Sharet, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Hey, hey. or violin. I'd love it. Shalom, Malachei Elyon, Mimeret Malchei Malachim, Kadosh Baruch Hu, Baruch Hu Nir Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon, Mimeret Malchei Malachim, Kadosh Baruch Hu, Second Shalom, Malachei Shalom. Malachei Elyon Mimelech Malchei Amlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu Tzedkem Shalom Malachei Shalom Malachei Elyon Mimelech Malchei Amlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu Tzedkem Shalom Malachei Shalom Malachei Elyon Mimelech Malchei HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Good Shabbos. Shabbat Shalom. Okay. The diehards. You did it. You made it here through cold and sleet and snow and whatever is going on outside. I haven't checked the weather. It's probably a balmy 73 degrees right now. And I don't know it. But we're in here. It doesn't matter. We're in here. And we're going to have a wonderful time. We'll heat up this room with our ruach, with our energy, with our spirit. And we're going to have a great time. You ready? Unbuckle your seatbelts. Enjoy the ride as we enter Shabbat, page 12. Let go of the week gone by. Feel free. It's a free synagogue. I think that's what they meant. Page 12. Come and sing. Dekatavana Betora Mismiro Arihano 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 Letunera Everybody sing. Sing a new song. Sing a new song. And the whole world will sing together. Song of peace and joy. Shirul Adonai, Shir Hada, Shirul Adonai, Kol Haaretz, Shirul Adonai, Baruch Shemo, Basru miyom leyom Yeshuato, Sapru v'goyim gevodo, Bekol ha'amim yiflota. Let's be happy. Adonai malach bagelaret, yismechu im rabim. Adonai malach bagelaret, yismechu im rabim. Adonai malach bagelaret, I could listen to that all night. Page 16. Zamru, sing. Sometimes it's good to just listen. But I feel like we're ready to sing. You ready? Zamru latonai behino behino bekol zimra 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 Romamu 17 at the bottom. It's just another fancy way of saying sing. Romamu, 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 Adonai, Eloheinu. Romamu, 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 Adonai, Eloheinu. והשתחוו באדום רגליו. קדוש הוא אדוני אלוהינו, וישתחוו להר קודשו, כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו. רוממו, 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 רוממו אדוני אלוהינו. רוממו, 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 רוממו אדוני אלוהינו. והשתחוו באדום רגליו. קדוש הוא אדוני אלוהינו, והשתחוו להר קודשו, כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו. Last time. רוממו, 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 רוממו אדוני אלוהינו. רוממו, 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 רוממו אדוני אלוהינו. Kol Adonai 18. It's a great page for this because it's about the creation of life. The number 18 means life. Yismo LeDavid Avul Adonai B'Tegeri Avul Adonai Kavod V'Hoz Avul Adonai Kevod Shemo Ishtakavu Adonai B'Hadat Kodesh Kol Adonai 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 Alamayim El Kavoririm Adonai Almahim Rabim Almahim Rabim Kol Adonai 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 B'Koach Kol Adonai B'Harar Kol Adonai Shover Arzim Vayeshaber Adonai Et Tarzei Alvanon Kol Adonai 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 Vayakeret Kimo Ehiget Levanon Beserio Kimo Ben Rebim Kol Adonai Chotze Vavotesh Kol Adonai Achil Midbar Kol Adonai Kol Adonai Kol Adonai Kol Adonai Kol Adonai כל אדוני, כל אדוני. יחיל אדוני מדבר קדש, כל אדוני יחולל היערות, ויחסוף יערות, ובחלום כל אומר כבוד. כל אדוני, כל אדוני, כל אדוני, כל אדוני, כל אדוני, כל אדוני, כל אדוני. Adonai Namabu Yashar Vayeshev Adonai Melech Leolam. Adonai Oz Lehamo Yitem. Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom. Kol Adonai, kol Adonai, kol Adonai, kol Adonai, kol Adonai. Kol Adonai, kol Adonai, בדיבורך רשמיינו אל המיוחד. אדוני אחד ושמו אחד לשם ולתפארת וריתי לך אדוני. לקראת קלה אוי 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 פני שבת שבת לקבלה. Number 2, לקראת שבת לכו ונאל חגים מקור הברכה מראש מקדם נשוך הסוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה לך אדוני. לקראת קלה איי איי פני שבת שבת נקבלה. מקדש מלך עיר מלוכה קומיצהי מתוך הפחרה לשבת במקבך ויחמול עלייך חמלה לך אדוני. לקראת קלה אוי אוי התנערים יפרקו מלישי בגדי תפארתך על יד בן ישי ותלך מקורבה אל נפשי כי אנה לך דודי היה בני שמה נקבלה התעוררי כי מאורך קומי אורי 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 שיר דברי כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה לך וקרובי לקראת קרא פרי ישב הבת שבה נקבל שבת נקבלה לא תבושי ולא תקלמי מה תשתוכחו מה תמי מה תייחסו אני אהבי ונמנתה הרלתי לה לך גודי לקראת קלה שיסה שוסייך ורחקו כל מבלייך יציס עלייך אלוהייך ימסוס חתן על כלה לך דודי לקראת קלה ופן נשמה לקבלה תפרוצי ואת אדוני תעריצי על יריש בין הפרצי ונשמתך ונגילה לך דודי יקרת קנה ונשמה שלום עטרת בעלה גם בשמחה ובצהלה תוך אמונה עם סגולה Shabbat Shalom. Greet your neighbors, talk amongst yourselves, please. Meet somebody new, wave at them. Some winking going on, I see. It's good. Everyone online too. We greet Shabbat, we greet you, we greet everyone. but most importantly, we greet the spirit of Shabbat through the Kabbalat Shabbat, which is special here at Stephen Wise. Very special to us. Page 12. Let's be grateful. Lechuna ranana ladonai. Mizmor shir yom HaShabbat. Tov lehodot ladonai ulezmer l'shimcha elyon. It's good to give thanks to God for this moment. Mizmor shir yom HaShabbat. Chastecha ve'emunarcha b'leilut lehodot l'Adonai ulzamer l'shimcha elyon tov lehodot l'Adonai ulzamer l'shimcha elyon alei asur v'alei navel alei higayon bechino ki simaktani Adonai b'polecha b'maaseh yadecha haranen tov lehodot l'Adonai ולזמר לשמך עליון טוב להודות לאדוני ולזמר לשמך עליון מה גדלו ועשך יד ועוד עמקו מחשבותיך. מה גדלו, how great. מה גדלו מעשיך יד מאוד עמקו מחשבותיך. צדיק אתה יפרח כארז בלבנון יזכה שזורים בבית אדוני בחצרות אלוהינו יפריחו עוגן ובון ושיבה דשני ורעננים יהיו להגיד ישר אדוני צורי צורי ולא המלטה בו. שנים ורעננים יהיו להגיד ישר אדוני צורי צורי ולא המלטה
Torah portion of the week is Beshalach. It describes the splitting of the Red Sea, the crossing of the Red Sea. This was the moment that everything changed. A new world was dawning. Pharaohs would not disappear from the earth. Alas, tyrants would appear in each and every generation. But from the moment that the last Jew reached the other side of the Sea of Reeds, never again could the strong and powerful claim divine favor to subjugate and oppress. God is not on the side of the so-called master races. Forevermore, slavery, subjugation, and repression would be crimes, not only against humanity, but against God himself. The key verse is this: Vayavo v'nei Yisrael b'toch hayam bayabasha, ve'amayim lahem choma, miminam u'mismolam. And the children of Israel went into the sea on dry ground, the waters forming a wall for them on their right and on their left. The sages equated this passage to a rebirth. The walls formed a corridor, a kind of birth canal, pointing only one way, to the side of freedom. Once the water broke, the birth could not be stopped. When Pharaoh and his savages leapt into this canal of freedom, there was no way out for them. God would not allow the genocidal army to reach freedom's shore, and they could not return to Egypt because the corridor was too narrow. To disrupt the birth of freedom is to seal your own doom. After the Exodus, never again could we ignore the plight of the oppressed. Every Jew must consider themselves as if they personally were a slave in Egypt. We cannot turn away. We must not only imagine, but remember what it was like to flee centuries of oppression and seek refuge somewhere else. We must consider the dispossessed, the refugee fleeing war and violence, who shows up on our doorstep with nothing but the clothes on his back and the scars in her heart that will never fully heal. We must consider this person a moral and intellectual being, as worthy as we are, and equal in the sight of God. That's the whole point of the biblical account of the Exodus. Otherwise, the Torah would not have started there. The Torah would have started at Mount Sinai. The central narrative of Judaism is the slaves were freed and their dignity restored. Now, I'm not speaking politics about America's broken immigration system or the wisdom of intervention in foreign conflicts. Your views on these matters are as good as mine, and in fact, in some cases, much better. I'm speaking religion. Religion demands responsibility and moral accountability. What should we do? How should you respond when someone shows up on your doorstep, broken and in need of compassion? And what is the price to your own soul of turning away? Look at this person. Do not turn away. See what can happen to a human being who is smitten and blasted. How they can be reduced to supplicants. Their dignity and pride shredded and torn. But not only that. Remember how they can recover and rebuild their lives if offered human warmth, respect, and opportunity. We recovered, and we do not need to look so far back into antiquity. It is enough to research 3 or 4 generations of our own family trees. Most of us became what we became because someone in our family escaped persecution and was offered a helping hand, coming here with nothing. That we are now comfortable and safe is not because we are morally superior to or smarter than the dispossessed human being on our doorstep. Their sunken eyes and weary limbs hinting at the unspeakable sufferings they endured. It is not that we decided for ourselves who would be our parents, where we would be born, or how we would be raised. We were supported by countless others. There is no such thing as standing upright. There is only being held up. Jews have a special obligation to protect the weak. History has cast us into the role of perpetual wanderers, the wandering Jews. We are a refugee people. We know what it feels like. We are, or should be, especially sensitive to the well-off turning their backs on human suffering, unwilling to stare it in the face or only pretending to care. We know what it feels like to be uprooted. We know what it feels like to be dislocated. We know what it feels like to be exiled, to be scorned and hated. We know the loneliness, the sadness, the emptiness that never fully disappears. That's what drove our synagogue to visit Greece and Germany in 2017, and to visit Poland and the Ukrainian border last year. Our purpose in traveling as a community was to bring comfort, warmth, and supplies, vital resources to shattered souls who fled our era's most savage oppressors. And when the rape of Ukraine finally ends, I will ask you again, like last year, to drop whatever you are doing and return with me to that part of the world. Only next time we'll fly directly to Kiev and offer whatever measures of compassion and humanity we can bring to assist in the decades-long recovery mission. When I think of this week's Torah portion, I often recall that synagogue mission to Greece 6 years ago. Is anybody here who was on that mission? Oh, yeah. You remember we stood on the shores of Lesbos, 14 miles from Turkey. Waves of desperate men, women, and children clamored to reach this beach exactly where we were standing, many drowning in the strait or close to the shore. Many others were rescued. They're saviors among the most admirable souls our species can produce. People like the activists of Natan, who we will meet after services, aid workers, and first responders who left their comfortable jobs and their comfortable homes, ever ready to wade into the ocean and risk their lives to save the desperate and the drowning. The other shore, Turkey's shore, was the last cruel leg of a long, cruel journey. Those fleeing the despot of Damascus, the imams of Iran, ISIS of Iraq, anarchists of Afghanistan, most often made their way to Turkey through harrowing nighttime escapes. They spent whatever resources they had on smugglers. And somehow, they made it within eyeshot of Greece. So many who journeyed with them were no more. They died along the way. Some never journeyed. Their short lives snuffed out by the long reach of murderers. Lesbos is 14 miles away. You can see it from Turkey. Lesbos is Europe. Lesbos is freedom. Lesbos is never having to worry about chemical attacks ever again. Never having to face religious persecution. Never having to hear explosions in the morning or a knock at the door at night. And I thought of our own people standing on slavery's shores. Behind them, oppression. In front of them, the sea. On the horizon was freedom. The last cruel leg of a long, cruel journey of escape. On the shores of Lesbos, I imagined those refugees taking the first steps into the ocean, hoping for a modern-day miracle, that the seas would split and the waters part. In the Torah, God awaited on the other side. In our times, God's messengers awaited, good people who were there only to save them. If only the refugees could reach as far as the rescuers could grasp. Their crossing was unnecessarily perilous. Craven smugglers who demanded the last pennies of a lifetime of savings from the wretched and the forlorn packed 3 times as many people onto the rickety boats as they could safely hold. They told the panicked masses, "You see that island over there, 14 miles away? That's Europe. Go and sail. You are on your own now." The boats were so flimsy that the smugglers didn't even want them back. Either they would hold together for one more 14-mile crossing, or they would sink on the way. Some boats were floating tombs. Smugglers knowingly filling only half a tank of fuel, enough to get the boats halfway, 7 miles to freedom. Why waste money on refugees? They are the forgotten refuse of the world. If somehow they reach the other side, fine. If not, who cares? It's not my problem. I was paid. There is an endless stream of desperation right behind them. This is who we are. This is human nature, unchanged since ancient times. On one shore of humanity is the beauty of the world, the paragon of animals, noble in reason, infinite in faculties, in form and moving, how express and admirable, in station, how like an angel, in apprehension, how like a god. On the other shore, even heaven cannot penetrate the blanket of the dark to cry, "Hold, hold." We met a Yazidi young man, so traumatized by his period of a captivity in ISIS and his subsequent escape that he could not even be in the same room with us as he told his story. He wrote it down beforehand, and a staff member of the camp read it to us aloud. In Germany, we met several Yazidi refugees now resettled. One was a young woman who was a slave of ISIS. What she endured was obvious. She didn't have to spell it out. She wanted to meet, to tell her story. She told it in 3-word sentences, her eyes cast downward, expressing agonies that would never vanish. This is who we are. This is human nature, unchanged since ancient times. But we are also those who waited on the other side, on freedom's shores. They too told harrowing stories of rescue and daring, wading into the ocean to pluck the floundering from the jaws of death. They recounted how they left high-paying, high-flying jobs to attend to the lowest of human beings. Jewish sages asked why God chose to put the divine presence in the burning thorn bush, that ugly, stout shrub. Why not some majestic oak, they asked, or cedar of Lebanon that would symbolize the majesty of God? The sages teach God put the divine presence in the lowest of trees to remind us that God is present in the lowest of human beings. There are people in our world who take that seriously. Be with them. Support them. Become one of them. Human beings suffer. They torture one another. They get hurt and get hard. No poem or play or song can fully right a wrong inflicted and endured. So hope for a great sea change on the far side of revenge. Believe that a further shore is reachable from here. Believe in miracles. That means someone is hearing the outcry and the birth cry of new life at its term. It means once in a lifetime that justice can rise up and hope and history rhyme. We turn to page 146 for the Baruch Hu, and we rise.
Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. 148. Great love. Ahavat olam beit Yisrael Amecha ahavta Torah u'mitzvot chokim u'mishpatim otanu lemadeta ayayal ken Adonai Eloheinu b'shokbenu u'kovenu nasiach b'chukecha v'nismach b'divrei Toratecha ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד, לעולם ועד, אהבת עולם בית ישראל, עמך אהבת, תורה ומצוות, חוקים ומשפט אותנו למד את חיי, על כן אדוני אלוהינו בשוכבנו, ובקומנו נשיח בחוקיך, ונשמח בדברי תורתך ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד, לעולם ועד. כי הם חיינו וכורך ימינו, ובהם נהגה יומם, יומם ולילה. ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל. שמע ישראל אדוני אלוהינו אדוני אחד. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם, אמת. אמת ואמונה כל זאת, וקיים עלינו, כי הוא אדוני אלוהינו. אמת ואמונה כל זאת, וקיים עלינו, כי הוא אדוני אלוהינו. וגאולתו וגאולתו אנחנו ישראל עמו, הפודנו מיד מלכים, הגואלנו מכף כל העריצים. אמת אמונה כל זאת, וקיים עלינו, כי הוא אדוני אלוהינו. אמת אמונה כל זאת, וקיים עלינו, כי הוא אדוני אלוהינו. וגאולתו ואנחנו ישראל עמו, הפודנו מיד מלכים, הגואלנו מכף כל העריצים. אמת ואמונה כל זאת, ומלכותו רצון קיבלו הריהם, משה ומרים ובני ישראל, לכנו שירה בשמחה רבה, ויאמרו כולם. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, תורת הילות, וספר לתורת הילות, וספר מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, תורת הילות, וספר לתורת הילות, וספר מלכות קראו בניך, בוקע ים לפני משה, משה ומרים זני, ענו ואמרו אדוני, ימלוך לעולם ועד, לעולם ועד. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, תורת הילות, וספר לתורת הילות, וספר מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, תורת הילות, וספר לתורת הילות, נאמר כי פר אדוני אל יעקב, וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו. ברוך אתה אדוני, גאל ישראל. השכיבנו, אדוני אלוהינו, לשלום, לשלום, וחמידנו, שומרנו, לחיים, לחיים. Join me now. השכיבנו, אדוני אלוהינו, Be happy. Come on, everybody. Yismehu b'malekutecha shomerei 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 Shabbat b'kurei onek Shabbat Yismehu b'malekutecha shomerei 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 Shabbat b'kurei onek Shabbat Mikar shavi shabar kulam yismehu veyitango mikuvecha shamat yismehu vemalekutecha shomrei shomrei shabat korei orei shabat yismehu vemalekutecha shomrei shomrei Shabbat b'korei orek Shabbat b'yashvigi Ratitavo b'girash Shabbat Hebdar yamimo to karata Shabbat Yismehu v'malekutecha Shomrei Shomrei Shabbat b'korei orek Shabbat Yismehu v'malekutecha Shomrei Shomrei Shabbat b'korei orek Shabbat Zecher Zecher Lemase vareshit Shabbat Zecher Zecher Lemase vareshit Be happy, come on now. Yismehu v'malekutecha shomrei 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 Shabbat b'korei orek Shabbat Yismehu v'malekutecha shomrei 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 Shabbat b'korei orek Shabbat Yismehu v'malekutecha Shomrei Shabbat b'korei orek Shabbat rise for the Amidah. We offer our prayers. Adonai Sfatai Tivtah. Adonai Sfatai Tivtah Ufi Yagid Tehivatecha Ufi Yagid Tehivatecha. Join me. Come on, open your lips. Give it a try. Adonai Sfatai Tivtah. Adonai Sfatai Tivtah Ufi Yagid Tehivatecha Ufi Yagid Tehivatecha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak v'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel v'Elohei Leah האל הגדול, הגיבור והנורא, אל עליון גומל חסדים טובים, וקורא הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם למען שמו ואהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיה מתים אתה רב להושיע. משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מקלקל חיים בחסד. וחיי מתים ברחמים רבים, צומח עוברים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לפניה. אבי כמוך בעל גבורות ומרומרה, מלך מביט וחיה ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות מתים. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיה המתים. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים כל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
We now offer a prayer for healing. Mi sheberach avotenu ve'imotenu Avraham, Yitzchak ve'Yaakov, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel ve'Leah, hu yivarech et hacholim, Mindy Belkin, Chana Leah, Seth Corwin, Rhoda Finkelstein, Jordan Fish, Stanley Mendelson, Arcana Singh, Boris Zindels. And if there are people for whom you are praying for healing and you'd like to share their names out loud or in your hearts or on the chat, please do so now. May the Blessed Holy One be filled with compassion for their health to be restored and for their strength to be revived. And let us say, Amen. We continue with the Aleinu on page 282, and we rise.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי ארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות הרמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. שמות השמיים ויוסר הארץ, ומשב יקרו בשמיים יגמר, ושכינת זו ובמרומים, ואלוהינו אינו רם את מלכנו, אפס גבורתו, ככתוב בתורתו, וידעת היום ישבותה אל לבביך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים עמך, ועל הארץ מתחת אדור ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ. היום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו
Our thoughts now turn to those who have departed from this earth. As we remember them, we meditate on the meaning of love and loss, of life and death. We extend our sympathies to those who have lost loved ones in recent weeks. Leon Belzer, Mark Bograd, Mark S. Golub. And we remember the following yahrzeits of years past: Richard Abramson, Jared Allen, Harry Ashen, Epi Esther Begleiter, Freddie Bentoff, Harry Blitzer, Norman Block, Pauline Bobo Rofi, Sandy Bogner, Rose Farber, Robert Furman, Arnold Goldner, Burton Gottfried, Anne Green, Jerome Grover, Arthur Kahn, Zoe Levy, Richard Mancher, Harold Parker, Sylvia Popkin, Joseph Rosen, Peter Rosner, Neil Rosenberg, Shondor A. Roth, Francis Schrager, Lena Shyness, Muriel Sherman, Diana Weiner. And if there are people for whom you are saying Kaddish and you'd like to share their names out loud or in your hearts or on the chat, please do so now. We turn to page 294 and rise as one community for the mourner's Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
Be'alma divrach yiruteh ve'amlich malchuteh. בחייכון וביומייכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן.
Amen.
יהי שמי רבם ברך לעולם עלמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דאמירן בעלמה ואמרו אמן. יהי שלמה רבה מן שמיה וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל v'imru amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and to all Israel, to which we say, Amen.
Ose shalom bimromav hu yaseh shalom.
We close our service with words of blessing. Yivarechacha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless you and may God protect you. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka. May God's face shine upon you and may God be gracious to you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May you feel God's presence with you always and may God give you peace.
Hava, 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 Shira, Shira, Alleluia, Shira, Alleluia. Hava, Hava, Shira, Shira, Alleluia, Shira, Alleluia. Hava, Hava, Shira, Shira, Alleluia, Shira, Alleluia. Shalom Aleinu, Odyavo Shalom Aleinu, ve'al kulam. Odyavo Shalom Aleinu, Odyavo Shalom Aleinu, Odyavo Shalom Aleinu, ve'al kulam. Salam Aleinu ve'al kulam. Salam, Shalom, Salam Aleinu ve'al kulam. Salam, salam, oh Lord, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true, and with thanksgiving, we'll be a living sanctuary for you. Everybody now, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true, and with thanksgiving, we'll be a living sanctuary for you. Odyavo Shalom Aleinu, Odyavo Shalom Aleinu, Odyavo Shalom Aleinu, ve'al kulam. Hava, Hava Nashira, Shir Alleluia, Shir Alleluia. Hava, Hava Nashira, Shir Alleluia, Shir Alleluia.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Come on, vamonos. To the Kiddush we go. I know.
I saw. The body language is very clear. I'm on speaker. It's all good. Shabbat shalom. 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 Shabbat